I saw somebody earlier going, well, what about why doesn't Israel just go after Hamas? Why are they killing kids? What you guys got to understand is Hamas does the same thing that Al Qaeda, ISIS, Boko Haram does. And what they do is they embed themselves amongst the native population. And if they get killed, they want to take as many civilians with them as possible. Whether it's your kids or family, they don't give a shit. And that's just what they do. It's a strategy that you basically, no matter what you do, as much care as you implement trying to save innocent lives, when the jihadists are hiding amongst the population, they know they're going to get killed. And after they get killed, all the innocent civilians are basically used as media props. The other thing, I played this clip several weeks ago about from the guy who was the AP reporter that established the AP bureau in Gaza after Hamas took over in 2006. And Hamas basically will kill or intimidate anybody that doesn't push their narrative. And so any reporting that comes out of Gaza is controlled by Hamas and Hamas reporters and people that are sympathetic to Hamas. So you have to assume whatever comes out is probably bullshit. They did the same thing to us in Iraq as well. Al Qaeda was really great at that because you had people working for the AP and Reuters. They called them stringers, and they were actually sympathetic to Al Qaeda and their ideology, and so they would pump in, basically propaganda as pieces that the rest of us in the West would see it and they go, "Oh wow, innocent kids are being killed." But the reality is, the majority of the kids and the women and the children that are killed, these are Hamas supporters and their families, because the Israelis drop leaflets and they say, "This is where we're bombing next. This is where we're invading next. For the safety of you and your family, here's the corridor to leave." Sometimes Hamas will shoot the civilians and intimidate them basically to go back to their homes and won't allow them to leave, so they get killed. And then Hamas can say, "Look, Israel's killing civilians." Most people don't know this or understand this. They just, because again, the media is like, "Oh, there's a genocide. There's a genocide." There is not a genocide. If Israel wanted to commit a genocide, they would have carpet bombed the whole fucking civilization, the whole area of Gaza, and there would be nobody left alive. And so they're going out of their way to only engage Hamas, but when they embed themselves and shoot at the Israelis are going to respond. And, unfortunately, that's just the way the jihadists work, because they don't value life. They believe that the whole world, this whole universe, this whole world is garbage. And the only world that really matters is the afterlife to them. That's why they throw their trash in the street. That's why they don't give a fuck. That's why they don't care about people getting killed here, and life means nothing to them. Because they've been told and brainwashed by their ideology that they're going to get 72 virgins in the afterlife, and even if an innocent person is killed, they'll be in paradise with you. They just don't fucking care. And so, unfortunately, until these guys are all dead and wiped out, this is going to continue to happen. It's the way it is. That's the way these guys fight. They don't fight fair.
Or greetings from Israel. Do you think there's anything my country can do to for better support from the world, or should we not care about international support?
Well, you should care. The problem is the global mainstream media, the AP, Reuters, are all connected. 95, 99% of them are leftists. And no matter what you do, they fucking hate you. And they're not going to stop hating you and wanting you dead. Because again, they're Marxists, they're collectivists. And they've been brainwashed by, the ideology. Because back, I think it was 1963, Yasser Arafat met with the leaders of the Soviet Union, and they basically said, just keep repeating that, they stole your country of Palestine, Israel is evil, and after enough decades, the people that knew the truth, they'll all be dead and gone. And then the new people that are born in the future will only know the propaganda and the lie, and that's basically where we're at, because, this, what is that, 60, 70 years ago that this happened? So most of the people that were around then, they're dead, gone, and buried. And so most of the world, especially the left-leaning world, all they know is the lie. And so, the quicker you guys finish off Hamas and Hezbollah, which is mostly gone, I showed that all of the leadership of Hamas is dead now. And they're not going to, even the Arab states, they don't want any of the Hamas leadership having anything to do with the future, because the Arabs are sick of the Palestinians. They're over it. That's why Egypt built their wall higher. They got multiple layers of security, concertina wire, soldiers with guns, because there's, I mean, 80% of the Palestinians are under 25, and they grew up with Pioneers of Tomorrow, basically radicalizing them and brainwashing them since children to behead and kill and murder Jews. And so you're just going to have to keep those people out of your society and kill the true believers in the leadership. It's like General Petraeus said, when we were doing the surge in Iraq, you got to separate the reconcilables from the irreconcilables. In other words, the people you can reconcile with and live in peace, you want to work with them. And the ones you can't, you got to put them in the ground or put them in a cage. It's a binary fucking choice. So, unfortunately, you got the global media working against you guys because, again, they're all indoctrinated and brainwashed from their universities to believe this shit.